Hey everyone, this is Sunny Justice, and honestly, I just really wanted to talk about Summer Wells and how this family is being treated on social media. Honestly, I've really just been disgusted with what I've been seeing. Just the stupidness, the stupidity, the ignorance, um, just disgusting things that people are trying to imply on this family. Right from the get go, for me, I could see it. I could see that Donald Wells was judged instantly. Everyone started saying that he was the one that murdered his daughter, just because his family doesn't live up to a lot of people's expectations of how they should be living, and so judgmental. People are being just beyond ridiculous, just because maybe they don't have the, proper speech that people think that they have, write the way, basically a schooled person would write. And it's just, the GoFundMe that was started, and people started basically saying that they didn't want to give money to the GoFundMe, and then that kind of spread like wildfire as well, and people were just getting attacked. It's just been nothing but attacks and attacks. So why is it that certain families, their child goes missing, and if they come across what is deemed as normal, basically your average family, people, are just giving to the GoFundMe's. But with this family, it's just been nothing short of attacks the whole way through. One of the most ridiculous things that I've seen, which is just beyond my comprehension of, stupidity, that people have been talking about, was when Summer Wells was in the clip of the car and she's lying on milk jugs. I mean, how ridiculous it that people are literally trying to sit there and act like, is she dead? I think she's dead. She's not moving. You can't, why do they want to see her arm up? Why are they taking, is this the previewing of us seeing that she was dead already? I mean, how ridiculous is that? Someone's putting. Why isn't she sitting in the other seat? Why didn't her mom, put her on the other side of the car? Well, chances are it was because the 16-year-old or 15-year-old was in the vehicle when he was dropped off, and she clearly is sitting in the middle. Anyone with any sort of brain cells whatsoever knows that this child just simply was sitting up at some point, and then she fell asleep in the car like most children do. I just cannot believe how absurd that people were so focused on this particular clip, just beyond ridiculousness. And so then I was watching a video yesterday, on a YouTube channel, and they were showing tidbits from a Facebook of that young boy that's 15 years old. Later on that night, I saw somebody else make a comment, thought, you know what, I'm just going to go check it out, see what the big hype is about, in a sense. And sure as shit, people are leaving these just unwarranted comments. Like, again, use your brain cells, people, that God gave you, to sit there and go on and attack the 15-year-old boy. Like, you guys are adults, and you guys are sitting there. Imagine if this was done to your child and or your family, and just being attacked at every move. They don't live right. Their house is dirty. It's infested with rats. They should be taken away. Usually from homes like that, they might not be the cleanest people in the world, or they might not be the most educated people in the world, and they might not have the best yard, in a sense, clean and tidy in the world. But this is coming from a bunch of hypocrites that sit there and try to act like they're leading these perfect lifestyles, that they would never, that the mom, just because she's not in front of the camera, that somehow, she obviously has something to do with it, because any mother would stand in front of the camera. I get it. But she had her husband basically stepping up to deal with the media while she's absolutely grieving over the loss of her daughter, where her daughter went missing. She passed a polygraph test. And like I saw on Duty Ron's video, when that one guy was talking, the one, I'm not sure where he was from, but anyways, it was like an expert or a police officer, whatever. You know, again, Do you honestly think that they're going to say that they passed a polygraph test if they didn't? Because obviously that would be disputed rather quickly. So it's just the whole absurdity how people are treating this case that's so disgusting. It's a 5-year-old girl that's missing. Nothing yet is pointing to the parents that they had anything to do with it. If he's at work, obviously his cell phone would be pinging. Obviously, we don't know the answers to everything. We don't know if basically the boys heard the dogs barking but didn't think much of it. If Summer went outside near the swing, like her mom was talking about, perhaps, like maybe she didn't go downstairs. Maybe she did. Maybe she went downstairs. Maybe she came back up. Maybe somebody followed them and was stalking the family like a pedophile, waiting for the opportunity. We all know that blonde haired kids are, one of the most viable assets to basically a pedophile, and it's just ridiculous. And I'm so mad and I'm so frustrated and I'm so disappointed with a lot of these channels that are just literally just attacking. So I was on the 15-year-olds, and then I come over to Candace Horror, which is a grandma, right? I mean, people can't even get the name straight. I mean, I'm sitting here watching this ridiculous conversation going, no, Candace Bly is the grandma, and then, but no, it's Candace Horror is the grandma, Candace Bly, Candace Wells, that's Candace the mother. Is it really hard to grasp and get that part straight? But yet people want to do this whole thing. I think it was on the 15-year-olds, Facebook page, and it's just ridiculous. So then I come over to here to Candace Horror, the grandma, because I seen it on the 15-year-old site that this was a friend. And so I the first comment, like the grandma's putting up things simply about, things about whether it's about Summer, about having respect. I'm old school, exactly. Amber Alert for Summer. Share if you have a grandson you love with all your heart. Now remember, you guys, this lady lost her daughter about 10 years ago that went missing as well. Do you honestly think that she had anything to do with the fact that Summer Wells all of a sudden just disappeared as well? But I'm sure all you, very much you deep empaths and you true crime, the ones that think that you're caring, loving, compassionate. I'm sure a lot of you guys are the first ones to attack going, oh, wow, it happened 10 years ago. Obviously, there must be some sort of connection there that now Summer's missing. So obviously it must do the family, be the family. And it's just, it's just ridiculous. So I sit there and I scroll down, and then I come across this post here, and right, you got Patricia Truitt here. I'm surely hope you all don't have anything to do with that sweet little girl's disappearance. And it's just like, really? Really, Patricia? Did you really need to come over to Grandma's Facebook to say something like that? Like, good Lord, you people. And then you have, this one right here. This lady, Kelly Powers. Kelly Powers, you win the number 1 asshole, whatever award. I mean, basically you're sitting there saying that no GoFundMe, it's illegal to set up a GoFundMe during a criminal investigation. Use your brain cells too. Why don't you actually get your facts straight? And then you start sitting there attacking, basically, like attacking the grandma. And then at some point you start being like, kind of like, oh, can you please explain? Oh no, actually that wasn't you that said that. That was the Roxanne, which is the cousin. And it's just like, Rose was 10 years ago. Roxanne says she was a young mom. This is a whole different state. I seriously, my heart think it's just like the Jamie Close case, or a pedophile. Obviously they didn't ask about pedophile, but whatever. Possibly a friend of the family that was a pedophile that they didn't even realize, but this Kelly Powers just, basically is just being ignorant, rude, disgusting, mean, cruel, heartless. I wish the karma comes back at you, Kelly, for all this crap that you're sitting there posting on the poor grandmas, like, look at this, Kelly Powers all the way down, Kelly, right, exactly, Rena. Kelly Powers, speak for yourself and not the rest of the world. because there are quite a bit of people that believe them. I pray this never happens to your kids. Exactly. You wouldn't like it if your family was being blamed for it now, would you? So stop the damn judgmental BS and leave the family alone. Exactly, Rena. That's exactly. It's just that this case has just gotten ridiculous. And then of course you got the weird ass weirdos that are sending in these tip lines going, on Facebook I saw someone put that, that this place was infested with rats, and the sister said that, that she was molested by the brother and all this stuff. And, it's just this case, unfortunately, is becoming a spectacle on the internet. Yeah, I'm pissed. If you can't tell that by now. I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted with how a lot of the channels are treating this case. These people deserve the respect like anyone else, right? Especially if dad was at work and the mother passed the polygraph. I heard that they both passed the polygraph. And why do people want to twist it into these stupid theories? The focus right now should be on Summer Wells, instead of sitting there. Like, it's one thing to be investigative, and kind of sit there and look for things that might attach to it somehow. But it's another thing to sit there and go to people's Facebooks or, put out these videos like, oh my God, is she dead in the car? Oh my God, what's that box? Is that something in the back, or is it a vehicle following them? Oh, let's make a whole big deal out of this nothingness in a sense. Anyways, you guys, that's just my 2 cents on this case. I'm sure there's a ton of other people here. Scammers, you people are about the lowest, Sandy Mae Smith. Oh yeah, scammers. Yeah, they didn't ask for, that I'm aware of, for any money whatsoever themselves. Exactly. What is this money for? The dad is still working and mom is a housewife. The police and agencies are doing their jobs. Volunteers are related. So here, whatever it was, a friend decides to start, I believe a neighbor or something, or friend decides to start this GoFundMe, and literally just gets attacked. Just, what? Just hypocrites. It's okay to give Barry Morphew's wife GoFundMe for Suzanne, like whatever the heck it was, 50,000 or whatever, $36,000 or whatever. And here's a family in need, and they were being so judged. I love how this is at 11:11. 11:11 is your spirits are around, and make a wish. Just absurd, guys. I'm just really disappointed. I don't care. You can either like me or hate me. Don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. It's just when I see stuff like this, a family just attacked, just beyond ridiculous. It just really bugs me that people claim that they are so kind and caring and loving and compassionate, and then, you just trolls. Like I said, I hope karma comes your way for a lot of these people that just go sit there and, like I said, have the nerve to go to Grandma's site. I'd hate to go to Candace's site. Pretty sure that she has a shit ton of hate stuff too. Just blows me away. Anyways, I'm done venting. Have a good night, or have a good day, guys. Take care.